And ladies and gentlemen, game one of MOYAI versus GWHAT. Let's see what we got. For the side of GWHAT, we've got Ragnar, Ledge Haru, another Ledge Haru, Daring, Ledge Des Moines, Salem, Ledge Des Moines, Vermont, and Vermont. So we got the double Vermont set up. For the side of MOYAI, we got Daring, Kleb, Ledge Haru, Gdansk, Napoli, Legendary Moskva, Manitar, Vermont, and Vermont.
General quarters.
So, initial thoughts here. Vermont, heavy-duty action. A lot of slapfest there. Minnow on one side, no Minnow on the other side. Napoli on one side, no Napoli on the other side. Both teams bring 4 DDs. That Gdansk versus Ragnar change. The Darings matchup. And then a Kleb versus a Haru. Now, this isn't a Ledge mod Kleb, so the Kleb isn't going to be able... Let me double check. I do not believe this was a Ledge mod Kleb. It's not, so it doesn't have that super low detection. So we're going to just watch and see how they space out as they go, because there's still a lot to go. So, as we look in this game, we can see the split happening here. A lot of push towards A for the side of MOYAI. Gdansk looking like he's going to just cut away from B for the moment. Moskva pushing in to watch B. Only Daring, Napoli, Vermont over to C. Now, it's a Harugumo Des Moines Daring over there. That is going to be an interesting counter, especially with the Des Moines having radar. Oh, I like this play, actually. This is nice. You smoke up the Des Moines, and this is a really beautiful positioning on this smoke, and here's why. So you start the smoke here, and this is because you don't want the fire bloom to let him be spotted on the edge of his range if something ends up right in here. If the DD tries to come up here and cheat it, they can't see. He just gets to sit there dark. And so this forces the Moskva of Brody to back up. That is a really nice positioning smoke. And so, he is in a trouble spot here. I mean, watch these shells coming. Like, yes, they're coming in over an island, so they're not going to do as much. It's only 2k there, so he feels pretty good about that. But he does have to be careful there. Now, Vermont of Schilde took some damage there. Takes another chunk, down to 68,000. He is hurting. And this has also given the Kleber Harugumo Minnow time to get over there on the edge of A. Now, it's only a Salem opposing them right now, so we got to keep an eye on that. Daring taking C, and there's no way for the side of MOYAI to stop this unless these Torps do. And frankly, these Torps look like they are going to be a whiff. Yeah, they are. So C is a guaranteed take. B, not a guaranteed take yet, but oh, Torps are in, shots are in. Vermont of Pichababa takes a chunk. He's down to 51,000, and GWHAT came to play today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Brody, backing up, he's got the radar going. The problem is the radar doesn't detect. It just barely will spot the Ragnar. And the worst thing is they know that it's used up now. Pichababa hurting a lot here. Giving a narrow health advantage to the side of GWHAT because of this. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a DCP. Takes another chunk. He doesn't even have a heal right now. This is just really painful early on. And look at where you can max out at. That looks to me like that's a 66% max out, if that. So that probably means he's going to max out at about 67,000. Ragnar is in danger to these torps. That was not the right play, Ragnar. He's speed boosting it, speed boosts him up into one, and now he's spotted. He pops the heal, but he's got to run. Moskva and Gdansk want his ship. They won't get it, but man, beautiful torps there from Frederica Rosenford. Daring of Greek Show will slide into B instead, which is a nice ability because of that early take a C. Now, I have to be careful. Silver Lick following in here for MOYAI. Silver Lick following in here for MOYAI. This game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. And so, watch this change here. Kleber's spotted now by the Daring. They're going to have the Gdansk radar. That's the Gdansk's second radar. And watch where... Oh! Gdansk takes the torps! We almost turned away from it there. Gdansk takes the torps. Greek Show with a beautiful torp spread. And the hilarious thing is that wasn't even meant for him. That's meant for this guy right here. And he knows they're coming now. He should get away from them, but I don't think Greek Show's going to complain about the fact that he instead killed the Gdansk that was busy trying to murder him with radar. And that's a big get for the side of GWHAT. You get the Gdansk radar ship out. Kleb can back in now, but Kleb is so easy to detect and has no radar or smoke that this just becomes a lot easier. And so, Daring over here spotted a little bit. Daring of Silverlick takes some damage. He's on fire. Can't do anything about that right now. Doesn't have the heal up, so Greek Show has a big advantage there. Kleb will take B back. That'll start to close that 150-point lead. Health only 16k. So, as we take a look at this, Harugumo here in a troublesome spot. He's got a Minnow Haru out here with radar. Salem there not in a position to be extremely helpful, so A is locked out. Ragnar radar, and he's got one heal left, will enable a challenge onto B if they so desire. Remember, Kleb will be unspotted. Another hit onto Vermont. They really want that Vermont. This is what I was talking about with that Harugumo. Harugumo's got to run away, and he's got a lot of damage he's going to take. He doesn't even have a smoke. This might just be him dead. This might be him dead. His DCP's down. The Minnow radar goes for another 20 seconds. I think he's accepting he's dead. Now that Haru is taking a lot of damage in return for this kill, but they're going to get it onto GWHAT. They have him at 5 HP. They get him down. Haru of Brody does take about 8k in return so far, which is a reasonable trade back. Actually, it goes up to 9k, almost 10k right there. We're just going to watch. So, game state. Points just in favor of MOYAI. One ship dead for each. Health virtually the same. The only advantage is the 2-to-1 cap. Oh, big hit onto Danker. Danker gets walloped, and that suddenly balloons that health lead. And they'll try to hit the Vermont, but they're going to just bracket him. Or they'll try to hit the Minnow, but they're just going to bracket him. And so now for GWHAT, this becomes a challenge of how do you retake this? And here's the first step they're going to take. Moskva has the radar ready. They'll move the Daring in to challenge. And this is going to be a spotting here. How much damage does the Daring take trying to get this? Both of Darings take trying to get this. Silverlick definitely gets the early disadvantage there. Oh! Give a Ship gives a massive salvo in there. And another one. Silverlick down to 1,000. Greek Show, even though he has to run for now because both his torpedo tubes are damaged and one of his guns now. Silverlick has to use his last heal, and he's going to max out a 4K and change. That is a massive advantage for the side of G1 in the long term, though in the short term, that points lead is going to continue to grow. But that really does negate their ability to challenge until the Harugumo of Brody 007's Spider gets over. So as we look in here, you're going to see the Daring of Greek, who did take some damage there, forced back. Now, Moskva radar's down. Daring's going to be able to get in there. Brody doing a really nice job, honestly, of staying alive there. He'll get farmed. The danger for this is that Greek Show takes damage here as he's trying to take the cap. He doesn't take it on the first salvo. The danger is that he gets hit here as he's trying to take the cap. And if he does, that's a major misstep when you need the cap. You've only got 8 minutes left in the game. You need the cap. And you've got the Harugumo Minnow pushing up, and he's doomed to turn away. He's going to run. And so now we watch this Harugumo Minnow push in. Salem's of Potato Research are still just sitting back here. I'm interested to see when they're going to activate him, because now the fight comes B to C. Now the fight comes B to C. Vermont of Shildy becomes a focus target along with the Des Moines. Good hits onto the Des Moines of Quare. Quare has 70 seconds until a heal. Harugumo not into B yet, though. He's going to run out of his smoke before he gets himself to B. And so we watch for that Minnow Raider, because that Minnow Raider is going to be very interesting. So as we look forward here, we'll see how they go. Now, Harugumo gets opened up on. Minnow has not used the radar yet. This is Moskva radar. Harugumo down to 12,000, down to 10,000, gets a really rough trade there. Ragnar has no heals left, and he's down to 8,000. He's going to take some more before he gets dark. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. And now the Daring gets opened up on by the Minnow. But Greek Show gets out of there. Points lead. Nobody. Health lead. MOYAI. And so this is just Salem versus Vermont now, actually, over there. Looks like they're just playing the two ships over there, honestly. Kleber takes a chunk. There's the radar. They'll spot the Kleber trying to make this charge. And let's see how much they can do to him. Oh, Greek Show, though. Greek Show gets too far forward. Minnow sits in the smoke. Minnow kills him, and that buys more time for the side of MOYAI. MOYAI gets a brilliant pick play right there with that. That being said, it's still a minute favored towards the side of GWHAT. Ragnar has 2 radars left. You're going to see the Kleber dive in here, which will stop the points creep and put it back in favor of MOYAI winning, because GWHAT is still up by 70 points right now. And this game's going to the... This game is going the distance. 5 minutes remaining, call.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Ragnar radars, but they're not going to find the club. The club's not dumb, and they're going to have to put a DD into there. And the problem is you lost your daring, which is your DD that you want to put in there. You want to put your daring in there, but you don't have a daring. And so your challenge comes, how do you deal with, and the problem is the Harugumo just re-smokes up the minnow. This is going to end up with Quer dying, and I don't see a way for GWHAT to get into this right now. I don't see a way for them back into this. They're going to lose the Des Moines. I mean, the Salem moves up, but the Salem is getting absolutely blasted trying this. And so they bring the ships up. They're looking frantically for the kill. They bring the Harugumo over now for Fricom, but he's just getting worked. The Salem goes down, and that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. With the Salem death, the side of MOYAI will take the game 1-0. As we move into game number 2, MOYAI up 1-0 as we go to Sleeping Giant.